Welcome to Boucher Field for a exhibition match between the Central Maine Community College and the Husson Eagles. I'm Avery Henningsen alongside Charlotte Messer for her first game doing color commentary. How are you doing, Charlotte?
I'm doing good.
We have a fun game ahead of us here today. As CMCC's roster for the starters say, Maya Siros, Julia Noel, Emily Dillman, Audrey Dillman, Allison Nonawisitz, Macy Fletcher, Caitlin Baker, Emma Knowles and Keep, Amelia Gingras, McKenna Redstone, and Lakana Hink. And for your Husson University Eagles, you have Mackenzie Lambert, Sammy Arrest making her debut in goal here for the Eagles, Laura Martell, Lindsay Russell, Kate Harriman, Marilla Corletto, Kendra Donahue, Natalie Aviola, Kaylee Nault, Alexis Thayer, and Miranda Lewis. Husson's running with a very senior lineup here today as we get ready to get underway. What are you looking forward to in this game, Charlotte?
Oh, I'm looking forward to a good, hard match. I think a lot of players will see the field today, and it's looking like a good day for a game.
These two teams played last weekend, and Husson came away with a 6-0 victory as we get underway here. CMCC is to our left in the gray and black jerseys, while Husson is wearing their white and green home jerseys. As Harriman takes a shot there on net, but there to get the save is Knowles. As she plays it out wide here. What's Husson running for a lineup here today, Messer? Is it our normal sort of...
Yeah, it's looking like our normal starting lineup here.
As Harriman works it back to Martell in the middle, she goes back to Nault. Lewis now with the ball with a lot of time and space in front of her. As that's taken away there by Fletcher, who still has the ball. She makes a move to get around Lewis. As Thayer takes it away. Thayer sends the ball in towards the box, but nobody home for the Eagles. As it's cleared there by CMCC. Fletcher with the ball. She tries to work into the middle, but taken away by Martell. Aviola takes it. She makes a couple moves at the top, and a shot there just wide left. They're looking like their old selves right now, Charlotte.
Oh, yes. Attacking minded.
And here comes the goal kick here from Knowles. She sends one just past the red line there, as that's one out of the air by Lambert. Donahue now with it. The Eagles making some nice moves in the midfield here to pass it around. They work it up to Harriman on the right side. Lambert with the ball. That's one away by CMCC, but it looks like it's going to roll just wide. Yeah, Husson's going with pretty much their starting lineup here, minus the goalkeeper, who is making her debut in net. As looks like we'll have a throw in here coming for Husson. That's Martell with the ball. She works in towards Corletto. That's taken away by CMCC. Donahue looking to work it up that right side. Husson making some nice one-touch passes right now as they work it across the middle. Over towards Aviola. She makes a move. She has space. Another move. She's in on goal. Shot there. Goal for Aviola. As that is buried in that bottom right-hand corner for Husson's leading goal scorer there. That was a nice play by Aviola to give herself the space for that shot. And the Eagles are now up 1-0 here in the exhibition match between these two teams here. We'll see if Coach Mullins decides to keep these starters in here for very long in this game. As that's worked out wide. Lambert wins that and sends it back to Donahue. Harriman with it now. She's got some space. She sees Aviola. Aviola's on a run now, as she's looking to get this back across the top of the 18. Martell sends a ball into the middle there as Harriman comes away with it, but that's cleared at the last second by CMCC. As that's cleared up top. That looks like Hink with the ball. As Russell with it now. She makes a move at the top of the 18. She sees Martell was going to take a shot just wide left on that one. As we'll have a CMCC goal kick coming up here.
CMCC's back line is really getting back and packing the box here.
As there's a goal kick from Knowles coming up here. That's won by Miranda Lewis out on that left back side. Taken away there by Fletcher. We'll have a foul on her there. This will be Corletto here to take this. Somewhat of a free kick specialist for your team, Charlotte.
Yep.
As she sends a nice ball in over the top of the defense there. As CMCC will come away with the ball. They like to work it outside, but it's cleared here for a CMC throw-in. As that'll be sent back, but Aviola has the ball now. And she'll take a shot, and that'll be just wide left. As there'll be another goal kick for Knowles coming up. As we'll see if they can try to work it up the field here on this play from the back line. Knowles sends a nice ball in over the top. That's one in the middle by the Eagles, though. As she works out towards Martell. Thayer with it now on that left side. She makes a nice move around the defender who goes down. That's a ball into the box, but cleared out wide for another Husson throw-in. As she'll look to play it in towards Aviola, who will lose it there, but out towards Russell, who will take a shot. But that'll be wide right. Husson's doing a nice job of working around the field right now and getting it to players and scoring opportunities. So we'll see Knowles take this. That's one in the middle by Julia Noel there. She'll lose it to Martell. Nault with the ball, works out wide towards Thayer. He's going to lose it to Fletcher. Fletcher tries to send a ball up towards Hink, but that's cleared by Arrest. She seems to have some goalie instincts already here today, Charlotte. As that ball gets sent up towards Thayer. Corletto makes a nice move in the middle. As she'll send it back towards that back line. Donahue sends a ball up towards Martell. As that's going to be one on the wing there by CMCC, who has a scoring opportunity here. Kendra Donahue there for the Eagles to take it away. Arrest with the ball now. As Shields tries to send a ball out towards Lewis. Thayer keeps it in bounds. Lewis making a run up the middle here. She sends a long ball up the line towards Aviola, but that'll be a little too far for her. That'll be out for a Mustangs throw-in. That's played in towards Redstone. As she'll give it over towards Noel. Redstone plays it up the wing, but taken away there by Thayer. Martell tries to see Russell there. Corletto with the ball now. She works it out towards Lambert, who loses it. That's Sierra moving her way up the left wing. That'll be out for another Husson throw-in. They're doing a really nice job of controlling the ball in the midfield right now. that something you guys work in practice?
Oh yeah, those 1-2s.
That's Corletto back to Lambert. Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
You can
it's
continue.
Okay. We got a lot of different personalities that can, different combinations playing well together here.
That's worked out towards Fletcher, who tries to send it up the middle there. That's sent up toward Gingras. But our rest is there to take it away. We'll see her first collegiate punt here. Nice bounding ball in towards the middle. Won by Corletto. That's Miranda Lewis with the ball now. Russell makes a nice move in the middle to try to send it towards Harriman, which she does. Aviola sends the through ball in towards Lambert, but just a little too far, and will be off the end line there for a Mustangs goal kick coming up. This will be Knowles to take. She sends a nice ball up towards the top there, but won by Martel. Harriman with it now, working back. She tries to see Lambert, but gives it away there. So I'll be out for another Husson throw-in. Be Lambert coming back to take this as the referee's going to send her back down that sideline a little bit more. Lambert's looking for somebody to pass to. She sees Harriman in the middle. Harriman working to win the ball back as she gets over towards Martel. Martel tries to see Harriman up that wing, but a little miscommunication there as Dillman comes away with it. Dillman sees Noel in the middle. Corletto with the ball now as she tries to work it up towards the top of that Husson offense as Russell takes it away from CMCC. She might take a shot here. She tries to work it back towards the middle. Martel sends the ball in towards Lambert, but intercepted there by Harriman, who gives it to Aviola. Shot just over the crossbar there. Some good passing from the Eagles on that play. As Knowles will take this. Knowles sends a nice ball up towards the wing there. As that's Dillman who comes away with it. She tries to send it up this right side. The foot race between Kaylee Nault and the offensive player.
One thing these Eagles can count on is our keeper having the foot skills because she is a field player. So they will continue to play back to her with no doubt she'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, like we said earlier, this is Arrest's first game in net as the unfortunate injury to Hannah Kenny last week led to Husson only having one keeper on this Eagles squad here. It seems like Mullins looking to try out Arrest in net and see if he can have a decent backup there for Weigler. As Lewis comes away with this. She'll kick it out of bounds there as Gingras will take this throw in. Alexa Thayer wins that. She's in a little bit of a fight here with Fletcher. Makes a nice move and tries to send a ball up towards that top line. Nault's there to pass it back to Arrest. Like you said, those foot skills coming in to play there as Arrest had to kick that away with her left foot. Martel sends one up to Harriman, who works it back towards Martel. This is Donahue with the ball now. Nault will work it out towards Lewis, who has plenty of space. Russell sends the ball up towards that right side, but intercepted there by the Mustangs. Donahue will look to slow it down a little bit and get back on the ground. Harriman with the ball with a lot of space in the box. As she sends the ball across, that's cleared wide by Knowles for, looks like that'll be a CMCC goal kick there. That was another nice scoring opportunity for these Eagles. That's over multiple players' heads as Kaylee Nault comes away with it on that bouncing goal kick. Thayer threads it through the defense there, but given away as Husson takes the ball away there, and Corletto with the ball now. Donahue sees Harriman. That's taken away again by Dillman there. He's a freshman out of Wales, Maine. That's Gingras in towards net here, but Arrest is there to come clear her lines. That was a good scoring opportunity for these CMCC Mustangs. As Lambert will clear a nice ball up towards Harriman. She sees Aviola, who's in a lot of space here. She can be dangerous on these types of plays. She'll look to make a move towards the middle, send it out towards Thayer. Thayer works it back towards Lewis. As Husson's content to just play it around the midfield a little bit right now and slow it down. As that's Harriman looking to put a crossover. She beats her defender. As she sees Aviola, who takes a shot, but saved there by Knowles. Nice play by Harriman there to work that back line and get the ball in towards Aviola in the middle there. As Corletto wins that out of the air with a nice header. Corletto tries to see Thayer up that left side, but intercepted by Fletcher. Nault looking to get this off to Lewis, who loses it, but gets it back here. She'll send it over towards Donahue. Donahue works over towards Lambert. As Corletto makes a nice move in the midfield. Husson sends a ball up that wing, but taken away by Dillman here. She'll try to send a ball in, but that'll be scooped up by Arrest in her box there. Not sure if she's done much goalie throwing training as of yet. I know she only has a couple practices under her belt.
She did play in middle school, she told me. Got a little experience.
Lewis sees a nice ball in towards Thayer, who's in on goal here. She's chased by Dillman, though, who slows her down. Corletto has the ball. She sees it over towards Martell. Back to Russell. Harriman sees Russell, who takes a shot. That'll be buried in the left-hand corner there by Russell as the Eagles work it around the top of the 18 and give themselves that scoring opportunity, Charlotte.
Nice ball movement at the top of the box and a good finish by Lindsay Russell.
We'll see a couple Husson players enter the game here as Caitlin Haley enters into that midfield and Molly Finn enters, looks like, for Lindsay Russell there in that midfield as well, as Husson replaces their two center attacking mids. We'll probably see a lot of substitutions here for these Eagles, as that's Gingras with the ball now. She tries to see Fletcher, but loses it there. Nice ball up towards Gingras, who might take a shot here, but Nault's there to clear that wide. Looks like we'll have a goal kick coming up.
corner kick.
Yeah, it looks like that might have gone off a Husson defender there on that play. We'll see how well Arrest controls her box on this play in her first corner kick here at the collegiate level. As that sent in over the top there, but that'll be cleared by Lewis. Nice header there by Gingras to get something on that. As this cleared all the way back towards the Mustang back line. Donahue with the ball now, but they'll be out for a Husson throw-in coming up. She sends it over Lambert's head, but that'll be cleared for another Husson throw-in. That's Gingras with the ball here, but taken away by Null. Some nice soccer weather for the Eagles here today. It's a nice fall day. Mid to lower 60s out here as that's Thayer sending a ball up towards Aviola. Aviola's had a role to play in both these two first goals for the Eagles. As Corletto sees Aviola here, who might take a shot, and she does, but that's saved there by Knowles. Looks like Aviola might be trying to walk out a little bit of something as Null clears it towards Corletto. Lewis will clear it out wide here. That'll be Madison Turcotte entering the game there for Julia Knoll. As Dillman will take this throw in here on this right side. Gingras tries to send that ball up towards the top, but cleared wide. Lewis sends the ball up in the air here, and one out of the air by Corletto. Dillman will send a high ball up over the top of the Husson defense. That's Hink and Gingras trying to win that ball there. As Lambert makes a nice step there and takes that ball away. This is Finn with the ball with a lot of space in front of her. She has some players up in front of her now. She works it in towards Haley. Haley will see Aviola. But that's cleared there with a nice tackle by Audrey Dillman. As Lambert tries to send a ball there, but I'll be behind the goal. So this will be Knowles to take this here. She'll send it up towards Hink. That's taken away by Husson. Nault with the ball now, works out towards Lewis. Thayer sees Finn up on that left wing. But nice play by Dillman there to come in and clear that ball out wide. As we'll see a Husson throw-in coming up here in an attacking position. Finn makes a nice little move there to win that. That's taken away from Aviola. Will be out for a Husson corner kick.
Looks like Thayer will take it.
Yeah, she'll be looking to send this ball in towards that Husson clump of players there. She sends a nice ball in towards the top of the 18. Corletto will see Thayer. Looks like she'll be called for offsides there on that play as she was trying to come back towards the ball there on that corner kick.
CMCC's back line stepping up quickly after the clearance.
So ball up this right side as Lewis is first there. Finn makes a turn in the middle, and she'll work it back out towards Donahue. Harriman with the ball now. She sees Aviola taken away by Finn, who works it back towards Aviola. Aviola with some nice moves. She beats several defenders and sends it just over the top of the crossbar there. Sure, she might be a little bit frustrated on that play. She had the whole goal in front of her there. As we're going to see a keeper change here as Alia Nair will enter the game for Emma Knowles. We have the goal kick coming up here. Corletta wins that ball out of the air. She sees Aviola. Aviola tries to see Harriman out there. That'll be a little bit far for her. She works back and wins the ball, sending it back out towards Lambert, who sent a nice ball across their offense here. Lewis sees Aviola in the middle will take a shot. As CMCC will try to clear this ball up towards Emma Johnson, who just entered the game here for these Mustangs. So that's Corletta with the ball. She sees Finn. Harriman takes a shot there, but pretty routine save there for Anair. Thayer wins that out of the air. It looks like Lexi Bourdois with the ball. As Thayer takes it away, but cleared there for a Husson throw-in. We'll see Devin St. Louis and Addie Lasley entering the game here. Looks like for those two Husson attackers, as Kate Harriman and Natalie Aviola exit the game for the Eagles. What exactly was Coach Mullen's plan with the substitutions here today, Charlotte?
Oh, I think he was just going to sub on the fly, get people a lot of minutes, and keep the energy high, fresh legs. Those two up top, subbing speed for speed.
As obviously these Eagles will begin a little bit of a road trip here coming up this weekend, as they'll go to Vermont, as well as SUNY Canton, I believe. Lewis makes a nice move there to work it back towards Nault. Arrest with the ball. That's a nice pass in towards Corletto. Finn with it now.
Good build up from the middle, allowing people to get wide.
As Lambert tries to see Lasley there, but a little bit too far for her. That'll be Bluen with the ball. She works it back. As Husson will take it away here. And Finn has a lot of space to work with as she tries to see Haley in the midfield. Donahue sends it back towards Orest. With a nice one-touch pass towards Nault. Nice job by the Eagles there to shut that play down. That will be cleared out wide by Johnson. There'll be a Husson throw-in coming up here. Pardon me, it looks like we'll actually have a CMC throw-in coming up here. So that's Bourgeois who just entered the game taking this. She sends the ball in towards Turcotte. Finn makes a nice tackle there to take that ball away. She'll send it up the line towards Thayer. Thayer with a lot of running room in front of her. She'll send a ball in towards the keeper there, but that's saved by Anair. Another nice scoring opportunity for the Eagles there as they lose the ball in the middle there. Corletto now with the ball. She works it out towards Lewis. Lewis sees Finn. Thayer sends a nice ball across towards Lasley, who traps it towards Finn, who will take a shot, but that'll just be wide left of the goal there. As we'll see the two Husson wingers get replaced here by Cameron Rolt and Captain Katie Raymond out there. They've both been running hard out on those wings, which with this formation is a very demanding position out there.
Yeah, you got to get up and down the field.
They have both defensive and offensive responsibilities out there. As Finn with it now in the middle, but she'll lose it. As Woods will send a nice ball up towards the top there, but taken away by Nault, who pass it back to Arrest. She makes a nice pass in towards Raymond. She'll give it away there to Turcotte. That's taken away by the Eagles. Finn goes down, but sees St. Louis in the midfield. As Haley with the ball at the top of the 18. She'll take a shot, but that's saved there by Anair. Goes right to her hands. It seemed the referee played advantage on that play and the foul on Finn over on that left side. As Lewis sees Raymond here. Some more subs coming up for the Eagles here. I'd imagine that might be the whole back line. As Nault will head that out towards Corletto. Haley sends the ball up the wing towards Rolf, but it'll be a little too far for her. We'll have subs for both teams as Aspen Stevens enters the game here. As that's Madison Griffin, Madison Higgins, and Katie Benson entering the game.
Looks like Lewis is stepping up to a holding midfield position right now.
Yeah, Mullins choosing to take out Corletto there and move Lewis, who's played there before, up to that position. As Lazzy will take a shot here, but right into the gut of Anetta there. As Raymond with it now. That'll be off Benson's shoulder there for a throw-in coming up for Turcotte. That'll be won by Higgins. He tries to send one up the line, but that'll just be wide. We're seeing an almost an entirely new group out there right now.
Fresh back line.
That's Griffin. Arrest makes a nice play to come off her line there, but
that's the field playing confidence right there, being able to come out.
Yeah, oftentimes those field players who get thrust into goalkeeping abilities like to play it with their feet, which can be a very good thing on those passes back, as Lastly will send a ball in over the top there, over the crossbar. That will be Emily Dillman entering the game again. will be another goal kick coming up here for Jalen Woods. As Haley with the ball now, she sees Higgins. As Raymond makes a nice turn there to win that ball, she'll see Benson on that left back side. Finn with it now. She'll work it out wide towards Rolf, who will have space in front of her to send this across. She tries to see Lastly. As Haley works back to win that ball. Haley with it now. She tries to see Higgins. Out to Rolf. Rolf makes a nice move and sees Lastly in the middle.
Raymond checking in.
Benson with it now. She has some space in front of her. As Haley will try to send this in over the top. She does. That's Raymond into the bottom corner there for the Eagles. She connects on the end of that ball, and it's a nice job by her to be at the back post there for that play.
Captain Katie Raymond, she scored in their last game against them on Sunday. Good finish to the back of the net.
As Husson now leads this game 3-0. So we creep just to 11 minutes to play here. So that looks like Alexandria Adams who will enter the game.
If I'm remembering right, I think it was 3-0 at halftime on Sunday as well. So we'll see if the Eagles, there's any more goals to be scored.
Yeah, I'd imagine that this group of 11 out here right now would play much of the rest of this game.
Mm-hmm.
As Coach Mullins tries to give his starters a break, as the shot there, but cleared by Higgins. That was off Griffin's leg a little bit there to deflect that towards her. As Lewis making a run up the middle, she'll send a ball up towards Raymond, but that'll be a little bit too far for her. As we'll see a throw-in coming up here. That's won by Raymond, but out of bounds. That's Dillman to take this. Looking at this roster sheet, it's a very young team here for these Mustangs, as there's a lot of freshmen and a couple juniors, but no seniors that I see. As Finn is working her way up the field here. She'll make a move towards the middle, but
This is Molly Finn's first game coming back from a concussion.
yeah, we saw her go down a week or two ago with that hard hit there. So we have a foul on her there right at the top of that box. It looks like Lewis will take this free kick in a very dangerous scoring opportunity. See if she tries to bend it over that wall. As she puts a shot on net there, bumbled by a little bit by the goalkeeper, but she's there to make that play. She'll send a punt up towards Bluen. Ball will be won by Haley on the second bounce. She gives it away, though, and that'll be Tracy with the ball. She sends a ball up through the middle here, as the rest is there to clear that ball away. Doing a good job of clearing our lines right now. That'll be passed back to her. Big ball by Arrest up the middle there. As Haley will win this. That's Raymond with the ball. Sorry to cut you off there. You're going to say something?
Just seeing if she's going to find St. Louis there.
as Benson tries to see Lewis in the middle there, but that's given away. Tracy in a foot race now. Looked like it was off Tracy's leg there, and it'll be out for a Husson throw-in. As both Raymond and Bluin go down there, but seemed like a little mutual tumble there. As Finn sends a ball up the line towards Raymond. Raymond has a lot of space in front of her right now. As she'll send a ball and across the box, but won by Anetta. The Eagles are getting a lot of space out on that wing right now as they see those long through balls up there. As that will be Johnson coming away with it. And Arrest will pick that ball up at the top of her 18 as she sends a roll out towards Higgins. Higgins sends a nice ball up towards Rolf. That'll roll a little too far for her. We'll be out for a Mustangs throw-in as we see a couple subs enter here as Julia Noel will enter the game again, as well as Hink. Both those players started this game. This will be sent in towards Hink, but I'll be a little bit to her right. As Haley will win that and clear it out of bounds. Higgins makes a nice step there, but it'll be out for another Mustangs throw-in. There's a throw-in towards the middle, but won by Haley. Rolf sends the ball up towards the top. Higgins with it now as that's cleared back towards the Husson defense. Ball in over the top there for the Mustangs as Griffin looks to clear this out wide. Nice play by her to track that ball down. As Arrest will come back over to clear her lines there.
Flag is up. I think she's in an offsides position coming back for that.
It looks like that Husson defensive line that likes to play in that nice flat grouping. Caught her off sides there on that trap. So they'll work it back towards Arrest, who will send a nice ball up towards Raymond, but intercepted there by Gingras. Husson wins that ball back. Finn will look to work it up the line, but a little too long of a touch there as we creep under 5 minutes to play here. That'll be McKenna Redstone re-entering the game for the Mustangs. As Noel has the ball here.
Higgins with the clearance.
Looks like another sub here as Aspen Stevens will enter the game. Trying to keep some fresh legs out there. As this will be a Mustangs throw-in. As this will be Turcotte to take this. Looks like St. Louis gets called for the foul there. As Baker will take this and try to send it into that box. You can hear Husson goalkeeper's coach here coaching Arrest on this play a little bit. And she makes a nice play there to come get that ball. Benson sees Raymond. Griffin out wide towards Higgins. As Lastly with the ball here. She'll send a ball in towards St. Louis, but a little bit strong of a touch there as that'll be cleared. Up towards Johnson. Lewis tries to send a ball in there, but there to pick that one up. Benson's there to win that out of the air. The Eagles will look to reset the play a little bit. As Rolf sees Lastly, will send a ball in towards Finn. Another nice clearance there for the Mustangs as Griffin and Lewis are there to try to win that ball back. Haley will come away with it and see Raymond up the left side. She is a defender chasing as that's Redstone on the play. But that'll be cleared out wide though. As Benson will take this throw in. About a minute and a half left here in this first half as Husson leads 3-0. That'll be out to Higgins. That'll be cleared out wide for a throw in as we'll see Haley win that out of the air. That'll be Johnson with the ball now. She works her way past Griffin. Griffin sticking with it. That'll get cleared out for a Husson goal kick here. Looks like Johnson on that slide tackle out there. So that'll be Gingras re-entering the game here. Looks like arrest to take this here. About 20 seconds left to play. She sends a nice ball in towards Raymond. As Higgins tries to send it up top towards St. Louis. Benson will pretty much dribble this out here as we come to the end of this first half. The Eagles lead 3-0. They've had some nice plays out there. What would these CMCC Mustangs have to do to come back here in the second half? I know it's a little bit of a biased question for you, but.
Oh, well, they are doing a good job of getting back behind the ball and getting bodies in front.
What would
they
you
seem
like
to be getting forward a little bit more and putting some more pressure on the back line compared to Sunday, and they keep doing that. They might just find an opportunity to break free.
Well, we'll be back in about 15 minutes with second half action here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we're back at Boucher Field as the Eagles lead 3-0 over the CMCC Mustangs. I'm Avery Henningsen, now alongside Sophia Mullins, who's also making her broadcasting debut, as we'll see the second half action get underway.
Hello, hello. Very nice to be here. Very happy to be here.
Sophia, what do you think we need to see from this second half Eagles squad?
You know, I think we really need to see them attack the net more. I think they have been getting a lot of crosses in, and I think they need to finish those opportunities.
As we see, Weigler will now enter the net for the Eagles as Arrest will go out into the field. She made a nice debut and goal here in that first half. She allowed no goals in that opening
I also
45.
see she is now on the field as well, playing another field position, not just goalie.
As CMCC will move back out there. Looks like they'll be going with roughly the same 11 starters from the first half. Looks like Emma Johnson will be out there to start this, though. We'll see if they try to get some more offensive players forward and get a little bit more pressure on net, as they didn't exactly have many shooting opportunities in that first half.
Avery, I don't know if you noticed, but I also noticed Husson starting with a 3-5-2 as they started the last half, as well as CMCC is starting with a 4-3-3, it appears, with one holding and two attacking. How do you think those will hold up?
Yeah, I think it'll hold up well. Husson utilizes this formation well, as they like to move it out to towards those wings and get players open in attacking positions. As that's cleared out wide for Husson throw-in. That'll be Lewis to take. Lewis sends in towards Haley, but that'll be won there by a CMCC defender. So I believe that's Hink up there trying to clear it, but Haley will take it away as Griffin tries to work it back across that defense. Looks like Abby Harrington's out there for the Eagles now too, as the last starter from that first half will exit in Miranda Lewis. I'd imagine these 11 will be out there quite a bit for this second half, Sophia.
I would imagine as well, Avery, seeing that this is an opportunity for a lot of Husson players to get lots of minutes, lots of opportunities to score lots of goals, hopefully.
Yeah, these JV games or exhibition games, pardon me, are very important for getting some players some playing time that they might not normally get. That'll be cleared out towards Arrest. She'll send it in towards Haley. That'll be St. Louis on the ball, but taken away there. As that CMCC shrieking up the middle there with Nana Wisitz with the ball. Arrest is there to take it away, but cleared out. That'll be a through ball in on goal here as Weigler's there to clear her defensive line. Gingras still down on the field there, but a little bit slow to get up, but looks like she's okay. Nice play by Weigler to come off and get that ball. As Haley will be looking to work this across the field. I'll be out to Harrington, who's a new player for these Eagles as of the last couple weeks, as Rolf now is in on goal. She makes a couple nice moves. Back out towards Harrington. Harrington megs a player there as Rolf now looking to send this across. She sees Arrest, who's going to take a shot towards that back post, but it'll be just over the head of St. Louis out there. Some nice passing from Husson there.
I would agree, Avery. I think Husson is moving the ball very well across CMCC's defensive line and creating lots of opportunities.
Yeah, they're finding those little pockets of space out there. As that will be Harrington there to win that goal kick. Be out for a Husson throw-in here on this near right side. As Rolf now tries to make a move around a defender, but I'll be out for another Husson throw-in. You can see here that CMCC's moved a few players more up top here as they have those three strikers pushed all the way to the top of that Husson defense.
I think they're trying to take advantage of Husson's 3-5-2 here instead of attacking with the same formation. They're trying to take advantage of the 3 center backs by having 3 forwards to push forward and hopefully score, although the Eagles are locking it down in the back.
That's Amelia Gingras who will enter the game here for CMCC. This will be a free kick coming up here. Looks like a foul on Husson there. So it'll be Nana Wisitz who will take this. She'll be looking to play this ball in towards that offense. That's cleared out wide towards Harrington. Harrington sends a nice ball up towards Finn, but that'll be cleared off of Harrington for a Mustang throw-in. Husson's been playing up this right side a lot here, Sophia, in this early going.
I would agree. I think that is just because most of the players are strong-footed on their right side and finding opportunities open on the right side, which I think also exposes the left back of CMCC. I don't know if that's a strategical thing, if that's just happenstance or what it is, but it seems to be sort of working for them.
Yeah, I remember from my playing days that right side would often get a lot of work, as a lot of players like to make the move towards their right foot there and try to send a ball in across. There'll be a rest to take it away in the middle. Here's Harrington out on this right side. She's working against her defender, Kate Bluen. As Higgins clears a ball, I'll be off of Arrest's foot there, as she's entered the game into that holding mid position, it seems. That'll be out for Mustang throw in there, as that looks like it might have gone off Arrest's leg there. That'll be cleared there by Griffin.
It was a great touch by Harrington. Good switch of field by Ores.
As St. Louis sends the ball up towards Harrington on this right side. Eagles tried to send it up that left side, but brought it back over.
I think that's a big tactic for the Eagles as well, switching the fields. They have found lots of success by switching the field thoroughly and finding those open gaps in the attack.
It's a good way to move that defense back and forth and get them separated a little bit and not let them stay in such a tight formation out there. As the rest sends the ball up towards Harrington, but I'll roll slowly out of bounds. We'll see a throw-in coming up here, as Arrest will win that first. But nice play there by Gingras to kick that off a Husson defender for throw-in coming up. Looks like we'll actually see Higgins here to take this. From this angle, so if it looked like that went off Arrest's foot. But
I'm shocked that the sideline ref even called that for the Eagles, but good advantage for them.
as Higgin making a move against the defender here. Nice touch by Haley in the midfield. That's Searwall with the ball now, but taken away by Benson. Benson's a sophomore for these Eagles, who she's in her first season, but has some experience out in the field as St. Louis makes some nice moves. She sees Finn. Finn's going to work it out towards Harrington, who has a lot of space. She'll send a ball across, but there to save it.
That was a great cross by Harrington, really. The Eagles got to start capitalizing on these opportunities if they can.
Oh, the nice save by Johnson there, who's the third goalkeeper on the day for these Mustangs. We saw her a little bit in the field earlier in this game, as that will be cleared up towards Weigler. Weigler will dribble around the back there a little bit before picking it up. as Higgins will try to send this up towards Harrington. Griffin playing some defense here as that'll be cleared in towards the middle. That's Fletcher who's going to take a shot, but looks like it was deflected over towards Weigler there. She's urging her team to move up the field a little bit. She'll send a nice high ball in over the top. That'll be cleared out by Nonawis. Finn sends a nice little toe poke over towards Harrington. She'll send a ball in towards St. Louis here, who will try to take a shot, but that'll be off the right side netting there. Some nice passing again.
Appears the ref is calling a corner kick for the Eagles. Can they capitalize on this opportunity?
Looks like a rest to take this one. We'll see if she chooses to go righty or lefty on this one, and if she can take it both ways. Looks like she'll be trying to bend this away from the goal a little bit and then towards her offensive players. This is a nice ball in towards the top of the 18, but nobody home for that. As St. Louis sends the ball back across. That'll be won there by the Eagles. As Harrington tries to send a ball in towards Rolf, but a little bit miscommunication there. It's a nice play by our cameraman there, Tyler Huey, to keep that from rolling out into the road. It looks like Laura Martell will enter the game for Finn, who's been in there for a while now. About 34 minutes left to play in this game. As that's Nonawis making a nice move up, but Harrington there. Looks like a rest will move into a more offensive position here with the entering of Martell. It's a foul called there on CMCC. Harrington went down on that play, and Higgins will be taking this. Where do you guys usually try to float these balls in towards on these types of plays?
I would say with Higgins' skill and power on this ball, she's going to try to float it to the back of the 6 where you see the player's hand up and just short. If she could have lofted that ball, it would have been a great opportunity either way. It was a great opportunity for the Eagles. As you see, they're closing down defensively now, which is a great strategy. They're going to try to lock him in the corner.
Ref stops the play to allow a sub to enter the game as Madison Drew will enter for Nonowitz out there. A lot of work been hitting that left side of this CMCC defense as the Eagles have been trying to force it up that right side a lot here in the second half.
It appears that CMCC is doing the same thing, though. If you look, it's the Eagles' left side, CMCC's right side. They're attacking on the right side a lot here.
That'll be Drew getting some instant running time there, but I'll be out for a goal kick. Looks like Knowles will take this. She, of course, started this game here today, but ceded way to Anetta about midway through that first half. That'll be a little too far for Raymond. He'll be out for another goal kick.
I must say that was a great settle by Raymond to be first to the ball. I know that's one of the Eagles' principles is to be first to the ball and not to let the ball bounce. So the fact that she was there is really, really good and impressive.
Yeah, as you said, Sophia, that sometimes there's always a good play, even on a ball that rolled a little too far for her. That she got to that ball first, but here's Martell trying to send a ball in over towards St. Louis. Haley will try to get away there, but that's out to Arrest, who will send a high shot in towards the back post, but that'll be a little too wide. It looked like St. Louis was almost there on that play. As this will be Knowles to take again. As you said, Sophia, there's almost no one over here on this left striker portion here for these Mustangs, so that's Griffin to clear it.
Yeah, I would agree, Avery. I think that it's just really about having more right foot dominated players and trying to find the intelligence to switch the field if they can.
As that's taken away there, but over an offensive player's head there. It looks like it might have clipped Benson a little bit there on that play. That'll be out for a Mustangs throw-in. Yeah, there's a fine line between moving into a little bit more of an offensive formation and still leaving enough defenders back to cover this potent offense for the Eagles. As that'll be cleared, but taken away there by the Mustangs, who try to get a ball across there, but that'll be off her for a Husson throw-in. We're going to see a few substitutions coming up here soon.
I think Coach Mullins is looking to refresh his offensive line if he can in the attack to try and get some more goals on that scoreboard if possible. Harrington with a great drive up the line.
As she sees Rolf there.
Rolf in a good battle.
Yeah, Rolf has a lot of tenacity out on the field and is always working hard towards the ball. As that's Noel who makes a nice move in the midfield to get past the rest. Yeah, I imagine these subs will come in for these wings and maybe a striker up there is Harrington working her way up the sideline.
Great ball up the line.
She sees St. Louis, who works it back towards Martell, who's going to take a shot, but that's off a defender and into the waiting hands of Knowles. Knowles will send a long one up the line there, but a high kick there by Bluen. We'll settle this one. Higgins and Bluen in a battle here, but Bluen will go down that, but no foul there. That looked like a clean tackle there by Higgins on that play. I'll be out wide. We'll see a throw in from Drew coming up. As Arrest will win that ball away and send it out towards Harrington. Harrington with players in front of her. She tries to work it across there, but taken away by Dillman. That's Johnson who sends a nice ball in towards Sirois. Sirois is going to take a shot, but right into the hands of Weigler there, who makes a nice play to win that ball. Oh, another nice offensive possession there from these Mustangs, who are getting a little bit more pressure here in the second half. As we see Cameron Rolfe and Devin St. Louis and Katie Raymond exit the game here for the Eagles, while Addie Lasley and Alexa Thayer, along with Mackenzie Lambert, will re-enter the game. Lasley played a lot of that end of the first half, and both the other two started. We'll see a throw in from Dillman. Higgins will kick it off a defender there for a Husson throw-in. Nice play. As Harrington will have this throw-in. She'll get into Thayer. Harrington sees Arrest.
Good overlapping run by Thayer there. Martell pulls a move around the defender.
Harrington tries to send a ball on over the top towards Lasley there. That'll be cleared out. Looks like that might have been off Harrington there.
It appears on this right side it's just a battle of throw-ins for right now for the past 5 minutes about. Would you agree, Avery?
Yeah, both teams are struggling to get it off this sideline here, as both of them are trying to counterattack off these plays. That's McKenna Redstone, who will enter the game for these Mustangs. And another throw-in, like you said. Oftentimes those throw-ins on that sideline, if it's not won quite cleanly, can ricochet out of bounds quite easily as both players go in hard trying to win the ball first out of the air. As this played back to Weigler. Weigler will send a nice ball up towards Harrington. Harrington tries to see a rest there, but a little too short. Of course, Weigler in this past week was thrust into a starting role for the rest of the season, but she has some good experience under her belt as Drew will take this.
A fun fact about Drew on CMCC, actually, her sister, Sydney Drew, attended Husson University last year and graduated and was on the Husson women's soccer team, believe it or not.
A lot of families have a lot of very talented children who play all over the state, as we'll see a ball up towards Weigler, who simply passes out towards Lambert. Looks like Benson's moved up to that left winger position. Lambert assumes her usual left back role. That's Lastly will send it in towards Thayer. Benson with some time here. She'll send a nice ball and across towards Arrest, who will get a head on it, but a little bit wide there. Harrington's there to collect that just before it rolls out. That'll be off a defender towards Martell. Arrest sees Thayer in the middle, who would take a shot low, but that'll be saved there by Knowles. Nice job by her to pick that ball up off her shoestrings. As Gingras will put a nice head on that back towards the Husson defense. Weigler sees Higgins, who makes a nice move there to get her defender off of her. As that'll be the Husson relative, Madison Drew, to take that throw in. As Haley will fight for this ball in the middle. They'll call the foul on her there. Looks like she got there just a second too late. As Noel will take this free kick from just inside the center circle.
Again, as you can see on the CMCC side from the free kick, you can see they're overloading their right side there. Again, playing up the right wing.
As that's played up towards Thayer there, who will work it out towards Harrington, who will lose it, and that'll be out for a Husson throw-in though.
Harrington finds Thayer very quickly up the line, and Thayer manages to win the Eagles another corner kick.
Will be Arrest to take this one. We'll see if she can get one in around that penalty spot, 6-yard line, somewhere in that little space there. Do you guys have anywhere in particular you like to play it on corner kicks?
I know the Eagles like to place it right in between the 6 and the PK spot, as that is the ideal spot where the goalie won't come out, and to run onto that is very ideal for a lot of players in the box. However, it has been mentioned that to start aiming more towards the top of the 6 rather than towards that penalty spot to get closer to the net, to give players more of an opportunity to try and score off of that if they can.
That was off Knowles there, and he'll be out for another corner kick, but that'll be won by Knowles. And like you said, those goalkeepers who aren't quite as confident coming off the line, those balls into the top of the 6 can often be even more deadly than the 18-yard line. As Weigler makes a nice pass in the middle there. He's very confident with the ball at her feet at that goalkeeper position, as Lambert will send it up towards Lastly.
It's a great counterattack made by the Eagles to get from their 18 to the other 18. It all started with Griffin. Oh!
As Lastly will take a strong shot there just over the right-hand top crossbar. As we'll see, same goalkeeper change we saw in the first half. Imagine it's about the same time. It's over 25 minutes in here. As Anair will re-enter the game, as well as Nonawis, who is going to come back in at that left back position. Nonawis sends a ball up there, but one out of the air by Arrest. Thayer puts some nice pressure on there and gets that cleared for a Husson throw-in. As we'll see Martell with it now, but she'll give it away there. That's Baker who will send a long ball up the middle. But Weigler will calmly pass this out towards Lambert. As Haley will try to see Benson up that left side, but will be out for another Husson throw-in.
It does appear as the Eagles have advanced in this half that they have started to find the left side of the field more and be able to switch and connect with each other more, which is giving them more opportunities and even a more advantage against the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's something that seemed to start a little bit more as that group of subs with Bayer and Lastly and Lambert came in. As Lastly now streaking up that left side, a lot of speed from her, and she'll take a shot and bury into that right-hand corner. Nice run by her to work it up through that defense and use her speed to just blow past people. As that will put Husson up 4-0 now. A lot of speed there from Lastly on that last play.
Great movement off the ball and a great run too.
As Lastly will come out here for Finn, it looks like. She came very close a few minutes ago to the goal, and another nice play by her there. She's definitely a very talented young player for this squad.
The Eagles are only 2 goals short of what they had a result against CMCC this past Sunday. Do we think they can do it, Avery?
I think they definitely have a shot at it. There's about just under 20 minutes left here to play, and they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on them right now. It's been in the offensive third for the Eagles here for much of the second half, or much of the game almost. That'll be cleared out for a Husson throw-in. Harrington will take this quick in towards Finn. Nice little turn by Harrington there, who sees a rest in the middle. She tries to send it out towards Benson, but that'll be a little bit behind her. As that'll be out for a Husson throw. That goes in towards Lambert, but won there by the Mustangs, but that'll be cleared out for a Husson throw-in. As we'll see Rolf enter the game for Benson out there on that left side. Benson started this second half, and I think Coach Mullins is trying to keep some fresh legs out there on that backside.
I think this game is an opportunity for Coach Mullins to put lots of players in and get lots of people minutes that sometimes normally either wouldn't see the field or even give them more of an opportunity just to play and get more touches on the ball in a game-like scenario rather than just in practice or a player versus player scrimmage in practice.
Your game
Inter-squad is the word I was looking for. There we go.
As that's worked in towards Finn, but cleared out wide. Yeah, like you said, game experience is very important for players' confidence on the ball. And
I think when the Eagles do inter-squad scrimmages, it allows them to push each other, but you can only push your own teammates so far. Caitlin Haley, oh my.
That's off the post in for a goal there, and the Eagles will be up 5-0.
Only one short of the result on Sunday. I think they can beat it, Avery.
I think they could too, as that ball skipped in over the top towards Haley, who just managed to get a toe on it and knock it in off that far left post and just roll it right across the line. For a second there, I thought that was going to roll back out, but
bounce off the post and bounce back out, but Haley said no. She finished it right in the net.
Very favorable bounce for her there as that went right in.
The Eagles are on a high press now, clearly holding their line very high, trying to get that offside call if they can.
As Haley will go down on that play, and it'll be a Husson free kick coming up here. Like that was a foul on Sirois. As Arrest will try to send a ball up towards Rolf, and
that's a great ball by Arrest.
Make it up towards her, and she'll beat the defender there.
Rolf with some moves around the defender to get the cross in.
Rolf will send it back over to Arrest, who will send a nice ball in towards Finn. That's off ahead, but just past Harrington, who is playing that back post run.
It was a great run by Harrington, finding lots of space again on this right side, but the Eagles have found the left side more this half, I think, starting now to give them more of an opportunity to switch the field.
As lastly, we'll send this out to Thayer, who will take a shot, and that'll be off the post, but cleared out there by CMCC. Nice job by the defender to cover her goalkeeper's back there on that play. That'll be out to Harrington. We'll try to send it across. Rolf in a foot race here towards the ball, but that'll be sent up towards the top as Griffin will clear this back over to Weigler, who will send it just over Harrington's head for a Husson throw-in. As we'll see Macy Fletcher and Kate Bluen re-enter the game.
I did hear Coach Mullins say earlier in this half that he would like the Eagles to mark better and closer and tighter, and I do think that they've improved upon that as this half has gone on, as they haven't given CMCC nearly as many chances as they did in the beginning of the half. If they can get around this now, that'll be a great counterattack opportunity.
As we'll see CMCC with the ball now. It's about the furthest we've seen them push up the field here in a while.
That's great defense by Lambert to push him out of bounds and get that goal kick.
She did a nice job of closing that play down and using her body to shield that ball out of bounds as Weigler will take this quick out towards Lambert. Weigler's going to have some pressure here as she's going to send this up towards Arrest and Finn. Arrest gets a nice little touch on that and allows her defense to reset a little bit. As Thayer tries to win that, but that'll be sent in towards Weigler. Weigler will simply pick this up, try to send her team up the line.
I just heard Coach Mullins say that the Eagles are switching to a back four, holding more defensively while also hopefully giving them an advantage to match the Mustangs' formation up top.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's in a...
I know it's through communication through players. I don't know if it's been in effect yet. Oh, it does appear as they figured it out.
I'm not sure if that's in a response to a formation change from CMCC or if Mullins is just trying this out a little bit. See how it looks on his team as that'll be cleared out by Griffin. That's a shot there by CMCC. That'll go through the legs of Nosowitz there, who will come away with it. Harrington goes down as that'll be taken away by Tracy. But Higgins is there to clean that up. You can see they're definitely pushing up the formation a little bit, the Mustangs, that is.
Remember with a great step there if she could. See, I really think the Eagles' high defensive line is really allowing CMCC to not have many penetrating options. Would you agree with that, or would you say that CMC is still finding the good opportunities?
Yeah, they're not getting those shots inside the box here, and it's allowing for Weigler to pretty much sit back on her back line and collect passes to her chest right now. That'll be Rolf to try to send it up towards Haley. As Finn will have the ball now.
It's a great ball by Finn to find Thayer.
Thayer sends the ball in over the top towards St. Louis. She's in a foot race with the goalkeeper, but that's a net there to get there first. As she sends a nice punt in over the top. Higgins will try to clear it, and Lambert will finish the job there as that will go out towards Rolf.
Rolf doing a really nice job here of keeping the ball for her team and controlling it.
As Finn goes down a little awkwardly there, and it'll be a Husson free kick coming up here. We'll see if Higgins can float this in over the top as the Eagles send a half dozen players up and towards the box. Higgins sends a nice ball in over the top, but there to clear it is Nosowitz.
Can CMCC get a counterattack off this opportunity?
As Lambert's there to slow it down a little bit, and she'll clear it up towards Finn, but Nosowitz is there to win that away as she'll try to work it back across the middle. That's Tracy who gets past Harrington. Tracy. Higgins goes down there, but no foul on the play as the Eagles will look to reset this a little bit. There with some space in front of her. She sees Rolf out on that left wing. As Haley sends a nice ball in. Rolf will have a defender to beat here. She tries to work it back and across, but she'll earn a free kick there for the Eagles as it looks like Fletcher got a little too handsy on that play. We'll see a rest to take this one. We'll see if she puts it on target or just tries to float it into some players there. It's not the greatest angle out on that left side of the 18.
It's a great cross.
She kind of blasts it just over the top of the crossbar, like you said there. As Katie Raymond will re-enter the game for Alexa Thayer. Even with this formation change, that's a little bit more defensive minded. The Eagles are still getting some nice pressure on the goal right now. As that's Noel who would try to send it up top there.
Thayer gave great effort as she was in the game, but it's a very smart move of Coach Mullins to put Raymond in the game as she is an aggressive player and some fresh legs with about 8 minutes left in this game.
As that will be out for cross there, but Higgins is there to clear that. Nice play by her to get on the end of that. We'll see a corner kick coming up here. This might be second of the game here today for these Mustangs. As that will be cleared out by Haley. That's Nosowitz who tries to send a ball in, but Weigler's there to clean that up with relative ease, as she's done a good job of controlling her box here since she entered in this second half. As Weigler with the ball now. These Mustangs playing high, not allowing Weigler to throw that back out. The rest makes a nice play to get that over to Higgins. Arrest makes another nice little touch there up to St. Louis. St. Louis with some speed in front of her. She'll take a shot, but there to save it is Anair. It was a nice through ball up the middle towards St. Louis there, who had some running room in front of her. As that's Hink with the ball now, and she'll try to work it up, but Harrington's there with a couple players coming onto her. We'll see some Husson substitutions here as Addie Lastly will re-enter the game, and as well as Laura Martell. That's Harrington and Haley, who have played most of the second half here, exiting. We'll see if they keep Lastly at that right back position here with not much time left. Looks like she's going to stay out there. Could be trying her out there or just seeing how she does.
I do believe that was Lastly's position in club soccer, if I am correct, before she became a Husson Eagle. So I don't think it's a foreign position to her, which is lucky for the Eagles as well.
The St. Louis will work that out towards Raymond. She'll take a shot there, but cleared out towards Arrest, who will take a shot towards that back post, but that'll be just wide for a goal kick. Yeah, like you said, she has some defensive experience, but we've been seeing her in a more offensive position a lot lately for these Eagles, and she's had quite a last half dozen games for them as she scored that hat trick a couple weekends ago. As that'll be cleared way up the line towards Arrest, but she'll win that up out of the air. So Arrest is there to win it again. She's done a nice job of commanding that defensive midfield here in the second half. I'll be out to Raymond. She tries to see Finn, but that'll be cleared out up towards Redstone. As Weigler goes into a collision there and is holding her head a little bit, both players go down. So we'll have a stoppage in play here. As the trainer will come out to check on this. We'll go away for a quick commercial break here as trainers look at this play. As Weigler gets back to her feet there and exits on her own power. Hopefully she's okay, obviously, and Arrest will re-enter the game at goalkeeper. Weigler, of course, is the current goalkeeper for these Eagles on their regular in-season schedules. As she'll get some more attention on the bench now, as Arrest will re-enter the game. As Arrest will send a punt right as soon as she enters in the game, way over the halfway line there. So we'll see looks like a high kick call there. Free kick coming up for these Eagles. Any idea with Weigler over there, Sophia?
She appears to be laughing and is okay as far as I can see. She has a bit of an egg on her top left eyebrow from the collision, I believe, but I think she is well and laughing with the team as always.
Yeah, it seemed like a head-to-head collision there as both players got to the ball at the same time, but luckily she's okay. But I'd imagine with under 3 minutes left here to play that she won't be re-entering this game. As Martell wins this ball in the middle, she'll try to see Finn, but that's going to roll just out of bounds there. Definitely a sigh of relief there for these Eagles as their goalkeeper seems okay. It's Raymond trying to work it over towards Finn. Lastly, it's working up that right side. Of course, she has the offensive stuff as she sees Finn, who will take a shot, but saved there by a Nair. Nice ball across from Lastly there. And like we talked about earlier, she's been playing a lot of offense for these Eagles, and it seemed to kick in a little bit there, Sophia.
I would agree. I think that's an advantage of the 4-3-3 for these Eagles is that allows their wingbacks to get up high in the press along with the rest of the team as well as in the attack. And I think it's a smart move by the coaching staff to give those wingbacks this opportunity.
Yeah, it seems like they're almost playing a 4-4-1 out there right now as St. Louis is really the only player pushing that defense. As Martell will get double teamed there, but Griffin's there to clear it out towards Lastly. Finn with some time. She has one defender to beat. She'll try to see Raymond, but that'll be out for a Husson throw-in as we're about a minute left to play in this game. You think they can get that sixth goal here today, Sophia?
I think they're going to keep pressing and trying as hard as they can. If they can get their sixth goal in this last minute, it will be very impressive.
As Raymond sends a ball in towards there, but that'll be cleared for a corner kick here. This could be a very good opportunity for them to get said sixth goal. That'll be Martell to take. Of course, we saw Arrest taking them earlier on, but with her in goal, we'll see Martell try to fit this into that 6-yard line. That'll be there, but just off the leg and into the goalkeeper's hands as there's a Husson player down on the field a little bit. That looks like St. Louis, who's a little slow to get up. It looks like she collided with the goalkeeper on that play. As the referee will simply just call this game to a close here with 20 seconds left, and the Eagles will come away with a 5-0 victory. What do you think they can take from this game heading into their away stint back in Vermont and Southern New York?
I think that this is going to be a great confidence boost for the Eagles as they go back into conference play, and hopefully a good boost for Oris as she got an opportunity to play in net today, as well as other players giving them lots of experience. As always, hope Wagler's all right to go into conference play this weekend, as I believe she will be. I think this also gives the team great team chemistry as well as they advance throughout the season.
Well, thank you for joining me here today, Sophia. We'll see the Husson men's team play in about an hour and a half as they take on Bowdoin College, and it'll be a very good game, so tune in then. For the Husson Eagles Sports Network, I've been Avery Henningsen alongside Sophia Mullins.